What's up, public speaking? Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. How are we doing on this Sunday evening? How are we doing? How are we feeling? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling great? Are we feeling amazing? Are we just feeling like, you know what? Either way, it's all legit. It's all valid. It's all real. We're all going through awfulness and awesomeness and everything in between. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm coming on here to say hello, right? And give you a Sunday evening little shorty video here for you. Your report speeches. Oh my goodness. Your report speeches were amazing. It is by far probably the best speeches I've ever seen of you. It is incredible to see the progression from the very first from the very first day of class, from the beginning of class to now. Like, watching you evolve and transform. The thing that I was the most impressed on from all of you was your pacing. Your pacing was incredible. Like, you all figured out kind of how to take that breath, how to pause, and how to just let the words come out of you, and just speak instead of like talking really fast and rushing and I got to get all this out and I got to talk really fast and and I just want to get this over with. You all found an amazing way to pace yourself, and you found ways to breathe through your speech, and I was floored to see the evolution that you've all created, the transformation that you've created, and especially as we're doing this from video, right? Which is a completely new animal. It's a completely new way to give a speech. And so I'm absolutely impressed with all of you in regards to the report speeches. Like, you all did a phenomenal job, and big round of applause. Honestly, like, it was fun. I put comments on all of your stuff. I also went through all of you did an activity in regards to the persuasion. So let's talk about persuasion speech. So you all did an activity, and I know there's some of you that still have yet to turn that in, but you have until 11:59 p.m. tonight to do it. That's with the extension. And I commented on it. So if you're like, okay, well, what did I do with this? And what do I do with this? Go back into the discussion board, because I commented on everybody and I gave tips, or I said like, oh, you nailed it, you did a good job, or I'm like, there's not enough pathos or something like that. So take a look at my comments, because I wanted you all to do this just quick activity to help you with your final persuasive speech, right? Your final speech of the semester. So to understand like where you're lacking. And the one thing that I did find is that I found when you were all doing this activity that the one thing that was truly lacking was the pathos. It was the emotion part of it. It was easy to talk about logos, right? It was easy to talk about like a summary of a movie, but to put in some sort of passion, to put in emotion in your persuasion, that was a little bit harder. And so I want to take you back into time and take you back when was it February, when we did our informative speeches. And informative was, right, we talked about this. Informative was all informational, right? There was no persuasion, but there was a big part of that. Remember we had that activity of like, let's take this item out of your backpack or out of your bag or out of your pocket, and I want you to be informative, not persuasive. And that was the hardest thing, because we were so used to being persuasive. I mean, humans in general, we're persuasive human beings, right? I mentioned like, oh, you got to listen to this song. You've got to check out this movie. Did you watch this thing on Netflix? And oh my God, did you try this new restaurant? Or did you eat this bagel? Or whatever it is that we're just persuasive human beings. We're always like, hey, check this thing out. Check this item out. Check out this thing that I saw. You got to check it out too, right? Because we love to share our opinions with other people. So take yourself back in time to the informative speech and how all you wanted to do is be persuasive. And so now we're at the persuasive speech, and I find a lot of you want to just be informative, right? You want to just share like, oh, this is what the summary of the movie was, but we got to get deep into, right, the pathos, the emotion of it. And I will say, out of all the speeches, this is, well, it's hard to say. Like, out of this speech really needs to be genuine. This speech, the persuasive speech, has to truly, you have to be real. You have to be genuine. It has to come from the heart. Watch your ums and your ahs, because that can also take away some of your credibility. It can take away some of your ethos. Because if you go, it makes it seem like you are just trying to figure out what you want to say, and like that you don't have it already mapped out. So something to think about in regards of this persuasive speech is that it's about being real. It's about being genuine, and it's not just about reading your words. Because if you read your words, right, I have no problem you taking notes, you having notes, not an issue at all. But the more eye contact that you have with your audience, the better of a persuader you're going to be. Right? If you think about it, like, so I've been talking to you, I've been talking to the camera lens, aka you, but if I start talking to you and I kind of talk like this, or I go over here, right, or even if I look at myself in the screen, I don't look at you, I look at a screen, some of my credibility is going to be lost because I'm looking over here, not at you. Or if I go, yeah, I really want you to watch this movie, I really want you to try out this new restaurant, and I'm just always looking off to the side, or I'm looking down, my credibility, my ethos is lost because the eye contact is gone. And so with the persuasive speech, it's super, super important to keep that eye contact, to look at the camera lens. Don't look at yourself in the front facing in the screen. Look at the camera lens. That's so, so, so important. So important. Watch any YouTuber, every YouTuber, any like legitimate YouTuber, or even educated, qualified YouTuber, if you look, they always look at the camera lens. They're never looking off to the side, especially if they're talking to you. So something to think about with your persuasive speech. So it's about being real. It's about being genuine. And think about these things that it comes from the heart. The pathos is the emotion. How do you grab the emotion of your audience? How do you get them to truly, truly think about what it is? You can't just say, oh, here are 5 facts about this thing that I want you to do or try or watch or whatever that is. You have to bring in emotion. You have to, it all comes together. You have to piece it together. You need the ethos, you need the logos, and you need the pathos. All 3 come together. So I wanted to give you some of those tips. I want to tell you all about how I'm just so proud of you in regards to your report speeches. I was just floored and just, the improvement I see in you, especially in the middle of this pandemic, especially when we were shuffled away from each other after spring break or during spring break. I applaud all of you for putting in the effort and for making it all happen. Please let me know how I can help you if you are like still stuck on this persuasive speech and you don't know what to do. Talk to me. I'm around. Text me. I'm a text away. I'm an email away. We can FaceTime. We can Zoom. I'm happy to brainstorm with you. If you're just like, I just can't formulate this. You just need a sounding board. I got you. I got you. I'm here for you 100%. So with that, look at this. We have like 1 week of school left. 1 week. 1 week. That's it. Like so close. So close. Finish line. Look, it's right there. Look, it's right there. It's right there. I believe in you. You can do this. Trust me. You can do this. You got this far. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this together. And we're going to do this strong. So let me know how I can help you. And just remember, have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. But of course you will, because you are amazing. Take care.